Welcome again to our multiplayer course. Now we will continue our work with our projectile. Now let's go back to our tank projectile here. And first let's implement the its behavior will be when it hits something. So first of all, make sure that here you activate the simulation generates hit event. Make sure you activate this function. Now here go on component hit and press this plus icon. Now when the projectile hits another component or another thing, it should explode. So let's make two custom events, one for the impact effects and the other one for destroying the projectile on hit. First of all, let's break this hit result and check this one, blocking hits. So here, let's make a custom event, call it server projectile impacts. It's got impact behavior because I will put multiple things in it. Let's make it here. Make it run on server and reliable. So here, like I said, we need first to destroy actor. This one is the most important. It is most this destroy actor for this should be a rule. If you want to destroy an actor or spawn an actor in a multiplayer game, you should do these instructions on the server. They should be on the server. And before we destroy the actor, let's make another custom event. Let's call it multicast impact effects. This event will handle the impact effects, like the particle effects. So we'll make it multicast, and it should not be reliable, because if you put everything, every event, if you put them on reliable, this will take a lot of bandwidth. So sometimes you need to sacrifice some things so that when the internet connection is bad for the player, or if there is some load on the network, it will lose the unreliable events and will keep the reliable one, which are the most important one, which is the instructions that concern the destroying and spawning of important actors, and for the health, the damage. This one should be reliable. So here the multicast impact effects, need to spawn system at location. Let's put this one here, the system template, and also for the location, the rotation, leave the scale, don't need it. Here let's call for the multicast event to work, it should run on the server. Like I said in the first video, multicast only works if it is on the server. And what multicast does, it spawns this system on all clients. So it is a little bit heavy, so it is better to use the multicast for for simple things and use them sparingly. Do not use them a lot. I only use them for the particle effects, and I always set them to be unreliable. Here, let's choose a multicast impact effects. Well, let's make let's make another graph, call it the replication graph, or we don't need it because here the projectile component or the projectile blueprint will not be a big blueprint like the tank, so I'll leave them here. And let's also connect this one to the server event. Here let's call this one server projectile impact behavior. Here for the system template, let's point it to a variable also and call it projectile impact effects or explosion. Projectile explosion effects. For the location, we need the impact location, and for the rotation we need the impact normal and get rotation, make rotation from Z, and maybe I'll change it later, but now let's use this one from Z. And let's find a projectile effects for our projectile. Let's look for simple explosion. Well, let's see if the starter contents have any Niagara effects. Well, they do not have, so let's use the simple explosion. Let's see if it is a good one. Well, I will change it later, and so let's go back to the projectile and press compile, and here let's comment, so it impact behavior. And here let's also comment on this multicast impact particle effects. Now let's see if it works. Well, we still have this problem of one of the clients does not spawn, and we will fix it later. Now let me go in front of this tank and shoot. Let me shoot again. Let's see. Now the server sees the impact effect, but the client does not see it. Let me check why. Uh, well, because my internet is very bad, uh, the connection dropped the impact fix because I put unreliable. So now it is reliable because, like I said, my internet was weak. Now let me shoot in front of this tank here. You see, they can't see the explosion. Let's change to the other client and shoot here. Now it is visible. Let's shoot there also. They all see the explosion. Like I said, just because my internet is very bad and it is very weak, so I put them as reliable. But in real life, you should put it on unreliable so that it will not congest or affect the gameplay, and you will not overwhelm the internet connection with a lot of reliable input. Now, what we should do also, let's put a sound effects, also multicasts, impact sound. Here I'll put it reliable just for the sake of the text. Here spawn sound, sound at location. Here. Also let's put the sound here, and for the location also here, and also we need to use attenuation. Let's make an attenuation settings. Here let's go to the audio sound attenuation. Let's call it ATT underscore explosion. Open it. I will not change anything in it, leave it as standard, because if you don't use attenuation settings, you will hear the explosion even if you are on Mars. The explosion sound will be heard everywhere in the game, which is not realistic. So the attenuation settings, they calculate the distance of the player from the sound. If he is very far, he will not hear anything, and if he is close or at a certain distance within the range of the sound, he will see it. He will hear the sound, but on different levels. If he is close, it will be louder. If he is far, it will be quieter. Let's comment here also. Sound effects. Explosion sound effects. Here. Now also let's call it here on the server impact behavior multicast impact sound. Promote the sound to a variable. Let's call it explosion sound. Explosion sound. And let's look for explosion. Well, let's choose this one. Also for the location, we choose the same impact location of the projectile. Now let's test. I will shoot. but it's very far. Now it is near, I can hear it. It is far, I can't hear it, but we can change these settings of the attenuation settings later. Now let's go to the tank blueprint, and here let's implement the first. Let me get this one, cut it and paste it here in the replication graph. Let's comment on this one. Gun, pitch, and tortio. Now, like I said, we need to make a reload function, so that when the player shoots a projectile, he will have to wait for the reload time, and then he will be able to shoot again.